The auxiliary verb do. Auxiliary verb do also plays the same significant role in making the sentence in the form of correct grammar use. Do you know him? This is the use of the auxiliary verb do in the question form. Without this, we will not be able to form the question. You know him. This is sometimes used in conversation which is incorrect. Sometimes the students or speakers of English, they just say, you know him. They think that this is the question form. But this can be taken as informal conversation, but when it comes to correct grammar formation of the structure, then you have to use the auxiliary verb do. Do you know him? Yes, I do. Again, the auxiliary verb here is very important. It tells you that the person who is answering the question is also using the same tense as the question. The question is, do you know him? The answer is, yes, I do. If the question was, did you know him? Then the answer would be, yes, I did. That means that the question and the answer while using do is going to be in the same tense as per the requirement of correct grammar structure. You met him, didn't you? Now this is another form which will be discussed later, in which we are using didn't you. Didn't you is actually a question tag which we'll be talking about later. But here it is to make clear that this example, didn't you, is also taken from the auxiliary verb do, and it is being said in the past tense. Didn't you? He eats fish, and so do you. Again, we cannot have this sentence without the auxiliary verb do. If we omit the auxiliary verb do, then the sentence will sound incorrect. For example, it will be, he eats fish and so you. This will be incorrect. I know that some students, they use it as a sentence and they say, he eats fish and so you. But the use of do as an auxiliary verb in this sentence will only make the sentence correct. Without the use of this auxiliary verb do, the sentence will be incorrect. Therefore, it is important to use the do as auxiliary verb there, because then it will signify that it is the same as, the choice is the same as the other person who eats fish, and so do you. You do look pale. In this example, we see that the auxiliary verb is helping to emphasize on the fact that you are looking pale. You look pale is a correct formation of sentence. There is nothing wrong with the sentence when you say you look pale. Why are we using do, the auxiliary verb here, is because we want to emphasize that yes, you do look pale. So here the function of the auxiliary verb is to emphasize on the fact that yes, you look pale. I told him not to go, but he did go. What is the function of the auxiliary verb in this case? He did go. That means the action is being emphasized, that although he was told not to go, he was given the instruction not to go, but contrary to that, the action was taken. Because the action was taken in contrast to what the instruction was, therefore it is being emphasized that he did something which was against the instruction given, or which was against the desire or the suggestion or the advice given. Therefore, the use of did makes it more emphatic that something was done against the wish or the desire or the suggestion of someone, and some action was taken, and this action is signified by the use of the auxiliary verb do, which takes the form of did, because this action was done in the past. He did go. He made this action in the past, so it would be he did go. Oh, do come. It's going to be such fun. So here the auxiliary verb is doing another function. It is being used to give some exclamation and joy and expression of emotion. Oh, do come. So it can be said, oh, come. That would be correct also. But when the auxiliary verb do is added to it, oh, do come, then that makes a sort of compulsory for the person who is listening to come, because it is emphasizing, oh, do come, it's going to be such fun.